right, boys. Another day, another Dan's Screen Takes video, man. The GOAT, the man, the myth, the legend, Dan Screen Takes has dropped his Arc 4 analysis. 3 months in the making, by the way, apparently, because I think that's when his Arc 3 analysis video came out, man. We pretty much watched it like 5 days ago, right? I posted it on YouTube 5 days ago, so this is some crazy timing because this took 3 months. So I only had to wait 5 days. My stars are good, I guess. But yeah, man, I am super excited. We have a long one today, boys. We have a 31-minute video. Arc 4 is the longest arc. This shit is so far, right? Like, this shit is like long as fuck. This shit is like deep. Like, the analysis on this shit is gonna go crazy. So let's get into it, man. It is called ReZero Season 2. It's a masterclass in character writing. Let's get it.
ReZero's fourth arc, which spans the entirety of the second season, has a bit of a mixed reception in the anime community. If you bring it up online, someone is bound to mention it suffers from animation issues because of its troubled pandemic production.
Yep.
On the contrary, there are many out there who consider it the pinnacle of the series.
Yes. Okay. Now I know it's loud. We're good now, right? We're good now. I fixed it. I know that was eerie. My bad. I agree. Listen. Okay. The thing about Arc 4. Okay. So the thing about Season 2. The thing about Season 2 is the fact that like the lore and the story of ReZero is so fucking good and it goes so deep that like the animation wasn't something that I really was paying attention much. You know what I mean? Like when people pointed it out, I like noticed, right? Like obviously I fucking noticed, but like Arc 4 was so focused on lore that, and obviously it's not really like battle shonen like fighting, so like I really didn't care or pay much attention to it. Sometimes I didn't even fucking notice it. You know what I mean? So I do agree that in that point it's a little weak, right? They have production issues, right, with the whole quarantine stuff, right? Quarantine, pandemic pretty much just fucked everything up, so I can't really blame them on that, right? I really can't. So, but even then, they still cooked. They still tried their best, and it was an amazing product. And either way, the lore aspect was still there, and that's pretty much that's the main thing. So I mean, hey, it's a mixed. I mean, I guess I've heard that some people didn't like it because of like the fact that it was just like mainly like lore. I don't know. Me personally, this is the type of shit I love about ReZero, right? Not everyone's gonna have the same opinion, right? Not everyone's gonna have the same opinion, but in my opinion, I think this arc was perfection. I don't go fuck, bro. Season 2, perfection. I don't go fuck.
Of the series. I was lucky enough to watch both seasons back to back, no wait in between, so I really got to appreciate how well they flowed into each other.
Yep.
And to a certain degree, they feel inseparable to me. Okay, I'll give it to you that the pacing wasn't quite as good as the impeccably structured first season.
Oh, wait. Is it doubled? Wait. I know why. My bad. It's that sound is the... Wait, how long was sound doubled for? Oh my god. Hold up.
Each other.
We should be good
to
now.
A certain degree, they feel inseparable to me. Okay, I'll give it to you that the pacing wasn't quite as good as the impeccably structured first season. But Season 2 is what made me really fall in love with these characters. Watching this season was a straight-up magical experience.
Yes.
And I know some of you are going to call me a glazer for saying it,
No.
but it gave me a feeling unlike anything I'd felt from a TV show before.
Bro, I'm gonna get hype already, bro. Talk your shit, Dan. Yo. Talk your fucking shit. This is not even glaze. No, I don't give a fuck. Your shit is not even fucking glaze. What I love about Season 2 is the fact, bro. Facts. Arc 4, okay. Emilia is one of the reasons, right? Arc 4 is Emilia is skyrockets for me after Season 2, okay? Listen, the characters in this season, the development and the focus on each character in this fucking season is just masterful. It's a masterclass. Like, I already loved ReZero in Season 1. Arc 3 was peak fiction, okay? But arc 4 is what really solidified, like, oh my god, this shit is like top, like peak, like one of the best animes I've ever seen, okay? Because arc 4 was more focused on the lore, the story, the characters, right? The development, right? And because of that, when you focus so much on that aspect, right, and not really the action, right? Because I mean, there's action, of course, but the main thing is the dialogue, the interactions, the the character development that they go through in this season, right? That's like the main focus of season 2. So because of that, I was able to, I guess, like get more attached to these characters, love these characters more. You know what I mean? Like care even more for them. I guess is like what I'm trying to say here. Like I don't know. After season 2, like when I went into season 3, like I don't know. I just had like this like different feeling for each character. Like I went to season 3 like, oh my god, I love this character so much. You know, like season 2 excelled in that.
Season was a straight up magical experience.
Oh my god, and the fucking witches tea party. It was also the amount that they expanded, how much they expanded on the story too, bro. Oh my god, the witches tea party is one of my favorite like things ever in this fucking series, bro. Hey, season 2 episode 13. I don't see people talking about it enough, bro. I don't see people talking about it enough, bro. Season 2 episode 13 is one of my favorite episodes, man. Yo, y'all can tell, bro. Yo, that the YouTube video is like 1 hour and 13 minutes, bro. Just that episode, bro. I love that episode so fucking much, bro. And the fucking Roswell stuff too. Like Roswell, dude. The antagonist, bro. Oh my, nah, bro. I'll let him cook, bro. I'll let him cook, man.
And I know some of you are gonna call me a glazer for saying it, but it gave me a feeling unlike anything I'd felt from a TV show before. This is a video analyzing Arc 4's writing. Something, invisible ink, you know the drill. So yeah. I won't be going over lore, and I really don't care about unshaded ears. I want to narrow in on what captivated me the most, the characters.
Okay, I respect it. We're gonna go more into the character writing focus. I like that. I'm down for this.
I want to get to the heart of why they left an everlasting impression on me and so many others. I'll start by going over the writing techniques it uses to make them feel so distinct and compelling. Then, I'll break down 3 of the character arcs to show what makes their development so emotionally charged and cathartic to watch. ReZero Season 2 is a masterclass in character writing, and these are the reasons why.
Let's go.
Part 1.
Yeah.
Voice. One thing that's impossible to miss in ReZero is how every single character has a distinctive voice. And I'm not referring to the acting here. Turn the sound off and only read the subtitles, and in most cases, you're still gonna know exactly who's speaking. Screenwriter Robert McKee described this as character-specific talk, meaning each of the characters speaks with a syntax, rhythm, tonality, and most importantly, word choices that no one but that character would use. Ideally, every character is a walking dictionary of his or her unique collection of words.
Yep. I mean, yeah. Literally, like, it feels like every character, right? Like, the way Roswell talks, the way that Garfield talks, like, the way, like, he, like, fucking references, like, shit that no one fucking gets. Emilius Sugoku. Sugoku. And Rams, yeah, I guess like Rams like Badasu, I guess. Like the Badasu and just her way of like fucking being so mean too. Like every character just has their Regulus, the way that he says, yo, the way, yo, a violation of my rights. Like everyone has like their own thing, bro. Everyone has like their own way of talking, and I guess like it gives it even more of an identity, huh? I don't know. I guess yeah. It's such a smart way of like giving each character like way more identity and like, you know, difference to like the other characters, right? A very big difference because of just the way that they talk. That's crazy. Anosa and like the way he says this shit about violating my rights and stuff.
Subaru drops references to Earth-exclusive things like video game terminology.
Yeah, and then Subaru's like the fucking references from Earth and shit.
And his vocabulary is often supplemented with English words too,
Yeah.
unlike the others. It reinforces that he's a fish out of water in this
Yeah,
world,
isekai.
always standing out as different. He also has a habit of speaking bluntly and out of order. Nuance isn't paramount to him as a guy who has trouble reading the room, or, in many cases, deliberately likes poking and prodding.
Yeah.
Amelia frequently uses old-fashioned words like lackadaisical, but also has a notably limited vocabulary, opting for words like really or super duper as descriptors.
Mhm.
It's a peculiar combination that makes sense given her backstory as a person from an older era, but also someone largely sheltered, inexperienced, and naive. Beatrice has the peculiar verbal tick of ending almost every sentence with I suppose, but
Yep.
that's not the only thing that makes her voice distinctive. She talks with the temperament of a child, but her word choice isn't very typical for a child at all. I mean, really, when's the last time you heard a little kid say the word nuisance? It fits her background as
Yeah.
someone stuck in a period of emotional arrested development, but with access to a wealth of books and knowledge. To really get across just how good ReZero is at character-specific talk, imagine any of those three characters swapping dialogue lines. Imagine if instead of using a word like profoundly, Beatrice said super duper.
Exactly. Very good point, and that's why each character just has their own identity with how they speak, bro. Like it just gives them like what's the word that I'm looking for here? Specific, like it's only to them. Like I don't know what the word I'm looking for here other than like just identity. Like it's just like the fact that like if you swap this shit to like someone else, it would literally be weird and it would make no fucking sense, bro. It's literally locked to each character, bro.
It wouldn't work at all. Their speech is so idiosyncratic and personalized, you can't mix them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this has been the case since the beginning of the series, but I think Arc 4 is a great showcase of it. So let's keep going and look at a few others.
Mm-hmm.
Roswaal over-enunciates and emphasizes words like a bad stage actor.
Yep.
But when things get serious, that theatrical affectation completely disappears. We understand quite clearly that his speaking style is performative. He's a duplicitous guy putting up an act. As McKee phrases it, a character like Roswaal's facade of talk is a doorway to his depths. Otto speaks prim and proper, but when control of the conversation is disrupted, usually by Subaru, his manner of speech very quickly changes to be fast and flustered. It tells us that beneath the formality and professionalism, Otto is really an emotional person. Garfield speaks roughly and heavily relies on idioms and expressions to articulate his points.
Yeah.
It perfectly complements his character of someone merely posturing and projecting the image of strength. He's just a kid trying to show off and seem worldly and cool. Ryuzu talks in a stilted, matter-of-fact way, and uses nicknames that refer to the others as young, like Young Su or Young Gar, which reflects her history as an ancient artificial creation of Echidna. Even the Witches of Sin, who have a relatively short amount of screen time, all have unique, easy-to-identify ways of speaking, from their strange cadences to the nicknames they give.
Yeah.
The strong command over voice in this series has a whole other level in Japanese, with things like Echidna's pronoun usage, which differs between her past and present self.
Oh.
But as an English-only speaker, I can't pretend to know anything about that. That stuff goes right over my head. You get the point, though. Hey, speaking of voice, if you like my voice, you should consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can hear even more of me.
Okay, hey, that was smooth. I ain't gonna lie, that was smooth. Hey, Hey, I'm already subscribed though, so I mean, hey, I'm already subscribed, man. Yeah, I mean, W sub out, bro. Hey, sub up to him, bro. Dead ass, bro. Check him out, man. But yeah, I think that it is an amazing point right there, bro. And what I love about ReZero is that each character has like their own way of talking, pretty much their own identity. It doesn't feel like it's like there's no copy and paste. Like every character just talk differently, and just that alone, huh? Like just that alone of them talking differently is like enough to like really like differentiate like everyone, bro.
Part 2, Revelations.
Oh yeah.
These next two parts are a couple techniques I've talked about before, but are very important in understanding Season 2's character writing. In my Arc 2 video, I discussed how the series makes its characters feel complex by revealing a contradiction between the way they present themselves and the way they truly are, what McKee refers to as the revelation of true character. People are not what they appear to be. A hidden nature waits concealed behind a facade of traits. Major characters cannot be at heart what they seem to be at face. In that arc, we saw this to great effect with the way the hidden depths of the Maid Twins were revealed, as well as the spirit librarian Beatrice, which this season greatly expands upon as we learn much more concrete information about her. Beatrice always acts annoyed by disturbances to the library's silence. That's how she acts, but not how she truly is. Underneath that veneer, she's desperate for connection. In fact, we find out she's deliberately waiting by the door all the time specifically for someone to appear and intervene. The mask she put on to force Subaru out is clearly slipping now. Despite pretending she's completely uncaring, she finally admits that she's been suffering for hundreds of years and wants to die.
Ugh. Dude, this reveal, right? Okay, can I just say that, like, the reveals in season 2 were, like, a whole nother level. The best in ReZero. Like, dude, the amount of reveals and, like, crazy shit that we had in this fucking season is absolutely fucking insane. Like, I don't even know if I can name them all, bro. And it has to do with either, like, characters, right? Like, character depth, right? Like, what they really feel, who they really are. But it's also has to do with, like, lore in general. Like, the lore reveals. Bro, there was so much reveal. Like, the Witches' Tea Party, like, the different witches, like, the Witches of Sin, like, the stuff with, like, the Witch Factor, the stuff with like, Subaru getting his, like, Sloth Witch Factor to work, bro. Like, what else, bro? Like, the trials, like, there's so much, bro. Roswell, like, like, I can, like, there's so much. It's so fucking much, but that's why it's so fucking good, man.
Is clearly slipping now. Despite pretending she's completely uncaring, she finally admits that she's been suffering for hundreds of years and wants to die. Roswell always seemed like an eccentric man with a sort of anything goes policy. He let some random sketchy kid move into his mansion and was pretty nonchalant about him getting entangled in their political affairs.
Yep.
Now it turns out that this whole time he's had a plan behind his actions. He's been orchestrating all the events we witnessed to further his sinister agenda.
Bro, if y'all remember my reactions, bro, one of my favorite parts of this season was just fucking it was just freaking Roswell, bro. It was just Roswell. Like, just, like, the hype. In the fucking clown music they fucking played, bro, the OST in the background, bro, and, like, every time that we went to this, bro, this fucking room, every time we pulled up to this fucking room and we had to talk to him, I was like, ah, shit, let me lock in. What the fuck are they gonna reveal now? What are we talking about now? What are we revealing, man? Like, my god, it's just done so fucking well, man.
Sinister agenda. He was aware that Subaru has the power to loop, and has been influencing him to use that power to achieve his goals. This is a great revelation because not only does it show us there's so much more depth to his character, but it recontextualizes nearly every previous scene with him.
Yes, I'm telling you, the one day, I don't know if it'll be for season 5 or when the fuck it'll be, we're gonna rewatch ReZero, and this shit is gonna hit differently, bro. I'm gonna rewatch ReZero, bro, and I'm gonna be like, holy shit. Cause, like, knowing everything now, right? Now that you know everything, you know the context, you know what's going on behind the scenes, you know the lore, the way that the characters really are, you're gonna look at different, like, lines and different scenes, and you're gonna be like, holy shit. This was in front of my face the entire time, and I never saw it. The fucking Suba wall. The Suba wall in Memory Snow. The freaking bunny in Memory Snow. like, It's right there, but I'm not gonna get it on the first watch. Now when you rewatch, you're gonna be like, holy shit, what the actual fuck? It was right there.
Scene with him, from weirdo to mastermind. Amelia has always been presented as a kind-hearted, selfless person. In the third arc, she declares her motivation as royal candidate is to create an equal society for all citizens. But here in arc 4, we find out that even she is motivated by a deeper desire she acknowledges as selfish: to unfreeze the elves of Elior Forest, a devastating mistake she made in her own past.
Look at this fucking backstory merchant, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Yo, this backstory merchant, bro. She appears in backstories and that's it, bro. Yo, let her pull up right now, bro. Yo, I need her to pull up, bro. Yo, come on, man. Yo, Otto. Bro, by the way, are we still going with this fucking theory? Like, is this theory still something that, like, everyone is, like, talking about to this day, bro? Like, are we still, like, going with the Otto as Pandora theory, bro? Anyway, listen. There's a lot of foreshadowing, right? The birds, yeah, the fucking white birds, you know what I mean? I think the white birds make way more sense. I don't think Otto's fucking pit. I don't know. As time passes, I feel like it just gets worse, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. At this point, you can say anyone is Pandora, anything is Pandora. You can just blame anything on Pandora, to be honest, and you'll probably be right. Listen, guys, if your theory ever feels like, if you have a theory of your own and you ever feel like it's gonna fall through, bro, and it doesn't make sense, just say it was Pandora at the end, and it'll make perfect sense. Okay? See, Patrash is probably Pandora. You know what I mean? Honestly, now it makes sense just because you added Pandora at the end. But yeah, I think there's so much foreshadowing too, man. Like, in just the way the characters acted too, like in the past season, bro.
She is motivated by a deeper desire she acknowledges as selfish: to unfreeze the elves of Elior Forest, a devastating mistake she made in her own past. Revealing that Amelia has a personal, ulterior motive she was hiding like this goes a long way in distancing her from the perfect good girl fantasy many viewers walked away with after the first season. I think one of the truly great things about this season is that it gives so much of the cast a revelatory character moment. Echidna presents herself to Subaru as someone helpful and a shoulder to cry on, but underneath that apparent reasonableness is something inhuman.
I ain't gonna lie, she got me in episode 3. When she appeared for the first time, I was like, yo, why the Witcher Green chill like that, bro? Yo, why is she so chill? Y'all kinda like her, bro. She kinda chill, bro. G fucking G's after that shit, bro. That's fucking, yeah, look at the best girl frame. The Echidna propaganda, bro. Yo, hey man, yeah. But listen, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Listen, I don't give a fuck how evil she is. She a baddie, and we are all drinking the tea. Come on, guys. Come on, everyone in the chat, everyone watching. Come on, man. We're all drinking that tea, bro. Come on, man.
Moment. Echidna presents herself to Subaru as someone helpful and a shoulder to cry on, but underneath that apparent reasonableness is something inhuman. When proposing a contract, her true sociopathic, greedy nature rears its head.
Yeah.
On surface level, Otto is a merchant through and through, always business-minded and acting in a way to turn his financial situation around. The whole reason he's involved in this arc is to negotiate with Roswaal, since he's a powerful and wealthy Margrave. But under pressure, he declines Garfield's bribe to stay quiet in exchange for an expensive stone, and instead saves Subaru from his imprisonment at the risk of his own life.
Yeah.
When push comes to shove, his friends matter more to him than money. Rom seems like Roswaal.
Can I just say, like, W fucking Otto? You know what I mean? Like that's some goated ass shit. Like, it's the it's crazy because, like, it's the opposite of, like, what other, like, evil, like, people would do. Like, normally it would be like, if he gets pushed, like, when push comes to shove, he would, like, betray everyone and become evil. But, like, it's crazy because it's actually the opposite. Push comes to shove and he gets back into a corner and he even focuses he like focuses mainly on friendship and the people he cares about. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's a complete opposite of like evil, bro. This guy is such a goat, bro. God damn, man. Hey, listen, bro. Otto came in so clutch in Arc 4, bro. It was crazy, man.
Subaru from his imprisonment at the risk of his own life. When push comes to shove, his friends matter more to him than money. Rom seems like Roswell's lapdog, always backing him up and shutting down any opposition. But she ends up defying his orders and fighting against him.
Yeah.
The reveal isn't that she secretly considered him an enemy and was plotting her revenge this whole time, but rather that she wants what's best for him, because she's in love with him.
Yep.
Garfield is violent, strong, and intimidating. On the inside, though, he's just an abandoned little boy who still hasn't moved on. He acted the way he did because he was frustrated and scared at the outside world for taking away his mother. Satella, who many viewers expected would be the overarching big bad, gets one too, and it changes everything.
Okay, Satella, best girl on screen? Nah, let me chill. Either Shala or Satella are up there for me. Listen. I ain't gonna lie. Satella pulling up and instantly, right? The reveal that we got with her, bro, like, I was low-key like, what the fuck? Where do we go from here? Because it seems like as soon as she got revealed that like it's not really like she's like the final like boss, right? Like final villain. You know what I mean? Because like I think the final villain is gonna be Pandora or some shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Pandora seems way more likely. Like I feel like to fight Pandora, yo. Because like Pandora low key, even though she has like no feats right now, bro, her powers are fucking broken. Like how the fuck do you go alter reality? So listen, the whole verse gotta have to jump Pandora or something. That's my final like villain or some shit, right? But then she goes, love yourself, or like take care of yourself to Subaru, and she actually cares for him and wants the best for him. And I was like, what the fuck? Wait, you're not just fully evil? And then once I noticed the whole thing about like the split personality and having two personalities and the Witch of Envy and Satella being completely different people, pretty much, I'm like, oh, so she's not the final villain. she's not really the bad person. And the fact that like she took in the witch factor and you know she was like not compatible at all, and that's what made her go insane, and that's why she ended up the way she is. It's like, oh, she's chill like that. So I don't know, right? That's why like the reveals in this season was fucking insane. I think the Satella one blew my fucking mind, which is by the way what episode? Season 2, episode 13. The fucking yap session, a long ass fucking reaction that was, bro, because this shit blew my fucking mind. Like this shit blew my fucking mind, bro. I don't know, but shit was crazy, man.
For taking away his mother. Satella, who many viewers expected would be the overarching big bad, gets one too, and it changes everything. She's responsible for Subaru's return by death, which caused him immense suffering, and his previous encounters with the witch were little more than incomprehensible vows of love and violent retaliations for speaking about it. But when actually confronting her, it turns out she genuinely cares about his well-being and doesn't want him to die or suffer at all.
Exactly. That he said it perfectly. Like, how, bro, it's exactly what I just said. Like, this shit blew my fucking mind. Like, what you mean? You actually care for him and you want the best for him? Like, you're not really like the evil final boss villain that I thought of. Like, this is crazy.
Oh, and she also wants him to kill her.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't give us the whole picture, suddenly Satella is 1,000 times more interesting, and the trajectory of the entire story shifts along with our perception of her.
Exactly, it all changes. Yo. It all changes at this moment, because now, bro, I low-key felt bad. Bro, I felt bad. How the fuck do you twist it for me to feel bad, bro? Like, I feel bad, and I'm like, oh my god, who are we? Like, who's the real villain? Who are we actually trying to cook here? Because the entire time leading up to that moment in the Witch's Tea Party, I'm like, yo, Satella, like the Witch of Envy, she's she's the bad person that we have to kill, the villain that we have to like finally kill at the end. Well, we have to kill her in the end, obviously, but you know what I mean, like actually like pure evil type shit, right? The antagonist, the main antagonist. And then she says this shit, and I'm like, huh. So like, who the fuck is it? I mean, now in season 4, I'm assuming that it's Pandora and shit like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Pandora, bro. Then, bro, I think that's gonna be like some Arc 12 shit, dead ass, bro. Yo, and then the whole world's gonna jump Pandora or some shit. I think that's the true final boss some shit, right? I think she's behind, bro. She's behind probably so much, bro. Bro, she's probably behind so much things that we don't even know of, bro. Hell, we don't know what happened before Subaru got summoned here. I need some Arc Zero shit, bro. Yo, Tappy need to do the write some Arc Zero shit, like what happened before Natsuki Subaru got here, man. You know what I mean? So, bro, it's like it's just crazy, man. Like there's so much like with this confirmation right here of like, yo, kill me, you must come kill me. Everything changed. The entire trajectory and my entire way of thinking about the show changed, bro. It's crazy.
Doesn't give us the whole picture, suddenly Satella is 1,000 times more interesting, and the trajectory of the entire story shifts along with our perception of her. I know that Season 2 has a lot of talking, which turned some viewers off, but nothing was static or boring to me.
Correct. It's not everyone's cup of tea. It's not everyone's cup of tea. No pun intended, okay? No echidna tea, right? It's not everyone's cup of echidna tea, okay? But me personally, I loved the dialogue, right? I ain't gonna lie. It is my favorite part of this season, actually. And the best part of this season. I loved the dialogue. There was never a single line in season 2 that I felt bored with. Because, I don't know. The lore drops, the reveals, the meanings, like I don't know, it just felt so like deep every time. Like every episode felt so fucking like wild, bro. Like I don't how does ReZero do it? How do you make dialogue and like lore reveals like this so hype? Subaru and Rosal talking to each other in this season was the most hype shit ever. And it had to be on the edge of my seat every time, bro. And that's just peak direction, bro. Peak voice acting, peak direction, bro. Like putting the clown OST in the background too while I'm watching this, so I feel even more on like the edge of my seat, bro. Like what the fuck's about to happen? I think they handled this perfectly, but that's my way of looking at it. Not everyone is going to think the same, obviously. Some people were probably turned off fully by it, like holy shit, yap, yap, holy shit. But I don't know. I love season 4. Wow, season 2 arc 4. That's what I meant to say. Because of that, arc 4 excelled at that. I don't know, they did an amazing job, man.
With our perception of her. I know that season 2 has a lot of talking, which turned some viewers off, but nothing was static or boring to me. It's constantly exposing these contradictions in a way that deepens the characters and reframes how we understand them.
Yes. It's it just adds so much character depth to them. Like the fact that it's all dialogue and talking just adds so much to their characters, and that's what I love about it.
Part 3. Parallels.
Ooh.
Another technique familiar to the series that gets elevated even further here in Season 2 is the use of mirror characters, otherwise known as clones. As Brian McDonald of Invisible Ink explains, clones are characters in your story that represent what could, should, or might happen to the protagonist if they take a particular path.
Yes, he mentioned it before too in the the Arc 3 video, right? The Subaru and Petsuki's parallel, bro. That's an example of this, bro.
Chances are you're already thinking about Roswell.
Yep.
It's not like the series is particularly subtle about it.
Yes, instantly thought of Roswell and Subaru and the Petsuki and Subaru parallels, like instantly.
At one point, Subaru and Roswell's faces are superimposed on top of each other.
Yep.
Roswell is motivated by his love for Echidna, much like Subaru is motivated by his love for Amelia. They both place their respective love interest as the number one in their hearts. Although for Roswell, that means dedicating himself entirely to that person. Everyone else is expendable, including himself in what he believes are failed loops.
Yep.
In this season, Subaru also starts to view his life as expendable in failed loops. They both throw their lives away so another version of them can succeed. Roswell's goal in orchestrating the events of the sanctuary in the mansion is to force Subaru on the same path as him, but Subaru rejects that path, choosing to prioritize not just Amelia but all the others, and his own life too.
Yep. Man, that witch's tea party changed him, y'all. Hey, who did it though? The witches. The witches, but who? The best girl, bro, Satella. Yo, best girl Satella, man. What can I say, bro? She said, yo, you need to value your life more. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was just crazy, because like, it's crazy because the witches tea party, the witches who are supposed to be the most evil beings ever, like, pretty much, like, your first impression should be like, holy shit, right? These girls are evil. These are the witches, whatever the fuck. They're the ones who helped Subaru get back up and change his view on life and to value it more. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's so fucking wild. The most evil fucking figures, like, lifted this man back up. So, and after that, it all changed, bro. It all fucking changed from, bro, for literally the entirety of part 2, bro. Part 2 season, okay, the part 2 of season 2 Subaru is a completely different Subaru, bro. Like, everything just changes, bro. Like, he literally starts to he literally makes an entire deal on, like, yo, I'm going to succeed in this loop, bro. Trust that. Like, crazy, man.
To force Subaru on the same path as him, but Subaru rejects that path, choosing to prioritize not just Amelia but all the others, and his own life too. Roswell admits that he's forever looking upon the past, but Subaru overcomes this mindset and embraces an uncertain future. Echidna is a clone too. She's incapable of understanding other people and sees return by death purely as a tool to gather knowledge, without any regard for the cost. Subaru isn't as far from that mindset as he'd like to believe, though. The first half of the season shows us all the ways he completely misunderstands how others feel.
Yeah.
And he has been using return by death in the same way, treating his loops as experiments to gather information for future attempts.
Holy shit, I never thought about it like that. Echidna's like a clone. Like there's parallels between the both of them, huh? Why did I never really think about it like that? That is so wild now that he really points it out. They really do have that, like, parallels, bro. That's so... Without even, like... And that's crazy, because this is, like, actual, like, research shit. No greed shit, bro. Like, before even, like, Subaru even, like, met Echidna, too. Like, they really... Huh. I don't know why I never put it like that, bro. That's crazy.
He misunderstands how others feel. And he has been using return by death in the same way, treating his loops as experiments to gather information for future attempts. He was already well along the path of becoming someone like her, but like with Roswell, he ends up rejecting it.
Yeah, he really was finna be... Yeah, he really was on that path. Like, if he didn't... Okay, we don't even have to look at it... Okay, wait. We don't even have to look at it from the fact of like, him accepting the contract with Echidna. No. Let's take that away. He was literally going to get on the same path as Echidna if he wasn't changed in that witch's tea party, bro. Yo, what would have happened? He would have... It would have literally just been just some greed of shit by himself. Like, he starts to just, like, pretty much take away the value of life. He starts resetting more, experiment more and more, right? And now really, like, value life and, like, the people around him, right? And he just, like, sees everything as, like, an experiment, and it just ends up with him getting cooked mentally. He's gone, right? His humanity gone. It'll probably end it like that, but that witch's tea party, bro, that shit changed everything, huh?
Information for future attempts. He was already well along the path of becoming someone like her.
Damn.
But like with Roswell, he ends up rejecting it. In addition to that, both Roswaal and Echidna serve as twisted reflections of his parents. Roswaal is trying to mold Subaru after himself, which should feel reminiscent of how Subaru felt expected to take after his father, Kenichi.
How does he do this? Bro, because he said something, he said some like parallels and like relations that I between characters that I already fucking know, but like I would have never thought of it that way. What the fuck?
Of course, the difference is that Kenichi is actually a pretty cool dad who doesn't want his son to feel that pressure.
Yeah.
Echidna's willingness to exploit return by death to find the optimal outcome, regardless of the suffering, might make you think of something his mom, Naoko, says. What matters isn't how you start or what happens in the middle, it's how it ends. Again, she doesn't actually want her son to go through hell for a perfect ending, though. In fact, it's Subaru who interprets that as, you mean as long as things turn out okay in the end, nothing else matters?
I don't know why, like, I didn't really notice how, like, impactful this line was, y'all. In that episode, bro, season 2, episode 4, bro, right? When he said this shit, bro, this shit really was just foreshadowing like crazy. Yo, and he said this shit, and his mom was like, whoa, wait, that's not what I meant. Wait, whoa, yo, that's not what I meant, Subaru. What do you mean by that, bro? Like, that is fucking crazy, man.
Which should sound a hell of a lot like Echidna's proposition.
Yeah.
Satella, although this season humanizes her, is still shown as a parallel to Subaru's worst behavior in Arc 3, professing her love and telling him, "You gave me everything," despite Subaru having no idea what she's talking about.
How does he? This is blowing my fucking. How does he just trace it back like that? That's yeah, pretty fucking much.
To Subaru's worst behavior in Arc 3, professing her love and telling him, "You gave me everything," despite Subaru having no idea what she's talking about.
Crazy.
Her words directly echo Subaru's words to Amelia back then. "You don't even realize how the things you've done for me have saved me." The same way Betelgeuse later did when he cried out to Satella that he hadn't forgotten a single moment of the things she did for him. I love how this same sentiment keeps getting repeated across various characters.
Bro, that shit was. Yo, that shit was just. Bro, that shit was. Yo, the connection is crazy. This connection is fucking insane. Holy shit. Dude. That's why I fucking love these videos, bro. How the fuck. The connection that he makes, dude, is like crazy. Like, it's just characters that I would never. Like, when I'm thinking of parallels, like, it's just like. I guess it's like the obvious ones, right? Like Subaru, Roswaal, Subaru, Betelgeuse, like, and then he like somehow connected this shit to like, you know, what Satella said to, what Subaru said in Arc 3 that Betelgeuse, like, that's fucking wild, bro.
Pretty much everyone has similarities to Subaru, even if they manifest in different ways. Like Subaru, Amelia is naive, unworldly, and crushed by expectations. While Subaru dealt with being compared to his esteemed father, Amelia is compared to the detestable Witch of Envy.
Oof.
These are obviously not equivalent, but they both struggle with the baggage of being viewed in relation to people other than themselves.
Yeah.
Beatrice is a shut-in, longing for purpose after hundreds of years of isolation. Instead of taking charge of her life, she thinks she needs someone else to provide her that purpose. That's not much different than Subaru's past as a shut-in, avoiding school and secretly hoping he gets kicked out by his parents, instead of taking initiative himself. Garfield, like Subaru, takes on a self-imposed burden alone. He's trying to be the shield of the sanctuary, just like Subaru is trying to shield his friends.
Wow.
Although, in classic Subaru fashion, instead of just shield, he describes himself as a meat shield.
Why the fuck do these lines Like, I remember these lines so perfectly too. This exact episode, when he said this shit, it was, if y'all remember, they said this shit so happily, like kind of like a joke. Like, oh, I'll just be your meat shield. That's pretty funny, right? Because like he's got this shit. If you really think about it, like seriously, bro, yo, just more foreshadowing, just more like some more crazy shit. Like pretty much already, he's already shows like he's already not valuing his life, bro. Like what the fuck? It's just little lines like this, bro. Like, cause like in the fucking anime, they say some shit like this, bro, and it's just like all funny games, but this shit ain't no funny games. And also the way that he's tracing back the characters here to like how similar they are to Subaru is fucking crazy too, bro.
Just like Subaru is trying to shield his friends. Although, in classic Subaru fashion, instead of just shield, he describes himself as a meat shield. So many of the characters suffer from similar problems as Subaru, so their arcs all parallel and bleed into his in a really satisfying way.
Yeah.
So now, let's get into those arcs, shall we?
Let's go.
Part 4. Arcs. Everyone understands that a character arc is when a character changes from the beginning of the story to the end. Simple enough. But what exactly constitutes a well-written arc? The author K.M. Wayland outlines the core components that make up a solid character arc, so I'm going to apply those fundamentals to Beatrice, Amelia, and Subaru, so we can see why their growth in Season 2 is so emotionally satisfying. The last video was pretty much exclusively about Subaru's journey, so hopefully you don't mind me shining a light on some of the other characters for a bit.
Okay, sure, fine. Listen, I wouldn't mind it. I'm a Subaru glazer, bro. I love Subaru. I would have minded, but I understand, right? That's pretty much what the Arc 3 video, you know, sure. Fair enough. Alright, let's see what the, mainly the other characters got, but hey, man. I don't mind if you talk about some... I think I just need... Bro, I think I don't mind any Subaru analysis shit, huh? It's just peak, bro. I love his character so much.
Season 2 is so emotionally satisfying. The last video was pretty much exclusively about Subaru's journey, so hopefully you don't mind me shining a light on some of the other characters for a bit. He'll get his turn, don't worry.
Alright.
To understand Beatrice's transformation, we first have to understand what Wayland would refer to as the lie she believes. Your character is incomplete on the inside. He is harboring some deeply held misconception about either himself, the world, or probably both.
I fucking love how he gets like these definitions from like authors and shit, and it's so perfect. It just fits so perfectly to literally what the character goes through, like what it's going through in the fucking arc, bro. Something as simple as this, bro, like 2 sentences here, bro.
Beatrice is a fatalist. As she puts it, my fate is already set in stone. She obediently follows what's laid out in her gospel, instructions for how she's supposed to live and all the actions she's supposed to take. However, her gospel stopped providing her instructions and the pages are now blank. With no clear direction, she locked herself away and waited alone for 400 years. So the lie Beatrice believes is that her future is out of her control. The origin of this lie is what Wayland calls the ghost. Ghost is movie speak for something in your character's past that haunts them. The ghost will often be a part of your character's backstory, and readers will only discover it bit by bit. Throughout the course of the season, we learn more and more details until we finally get a clear picture of what transpired to make her the way she is. The gospel was given to Beatrice by Echidna, her mother, who she trusted without a doubt. Like she explains to Ryuzu, to me, mother is absolute. Echidna told her that eventually that person would come to give her life direction. In reality, there was no predetermined future for Beatrice. It was all an experiment to see what she would do.
That's why, yo, Echidna's such an evil ass bitch, bro. Like, damn. Like, she is so fucked up, man.
Echidna then left her forever. Beatrice believes the lie as a result of misplaced trust in someone she thought was infallible. On top of that, she already went through the heartbreak of losing Echidna and Ryuzu, someone she finally opened up to. So it makes sense why she would close herself off from others after this. She doesn't want to experience that pain again. Character growth is all about overcoming that lie. It's the conflict between the want and the need. The thing your character wants will almost always be something external, something physical. He's trying to salve his inner emptiness with exterior solutions.
Oof.
What Beatrice wants is for that person to finally arrive, someone she thought would give her life meaning, even though she has no idea what that truly entails. Her entire future is predicated on an outsider to come and take her away, an outsider she doesn't know anything about. If that person isn't coming, she thinks she'd be better off dead. In fact, she's relieved when she learns Roswaal sent Elsa to kill her, because it means her fate was ascribed in the gospel and she wasn't forgotten about. She's waiting for meaning to be given to her instead of finding it herself.
God, why is her writing so fire? Like, my God, man. Jesus Christ, bro. And the way he defines, like, the want, that is, like, the want, but what about the need? Like,
however, what Beatrice wants is not what she needs. The thing your character needs is usually going to be nothing more than a realization. In some stories, this realization may change nothing about his external life, but it will always transform his perspective of himself and the world around him. What Beatrice needs is to open herself up to life's possibilities and take control of her own life. She needs to choose her own purpose, and that's exactly what Subaru offers her.
Ooh, choose me, Beatrice? Dude, that fucking episode, bro. Choose me, Beatrice. God damn, man. Yeah, dude, how he's laying this out is just fucking masterful, bro. It's just fucking masterful. Like, exactly, right? The want, the external, right? Like, she's like, yo, I'm looking for the person, even though she doesn't know what the fuck that means, right? She wants to find the person, and that's pretty much it. And she follows Mother, even though, like, in reality, she was just using her as an experiment. The need for pretty much finding her purpose, a purpose in life, and pretty much to be able to, like, actually, like, look forward to the future, right? An actual future, right, that she can control of as well. Subaru's right there. That's what she needed, bro. She needed to be, that's what she needed right there, bro, to get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
is to open herself up to life's possibilities and take control of her own life.
Yep.
She needs to choose her own purpose, and that's exactly what Subaru offers her. He doesn't pretend to be that person because that would only feed into her fatalist mindset. Instead, he asks her to choose him of her own volition, not because a book told her to.
Very different, right? I remember that scene. Like, at first, I was, like, a little confused, but, like, then, the more I thought about it, and, like, the more that, like, you guys talked about it as well, like, the comment section and all that, it just makes so much sense, right? Like, obviously, he's not going to feed into her delusions, bro, into, like, into the empty, like, pretty much, like, what she's not supposed to be, like, actually, like, following, right? This is empty right here, bro. This is just pure emptiness right here, bro. Subaru, I don't know, did Subaru do that on purpose? I think Subaru did that on purpose, right? Did he? Like, I remember there was, like, some cut content in that specific scene that gave it way more context. And I feel like I'm misremembering. I don't remember if it was, like, Subaru, like, deadass, like, actually, like, thinking of it, like, hard, like, making sure that he doesn't go into that whole thing about being the person and just wanting to go, like, a different way. I'm pretty sure it was something like that. I don't know. I'm, like, misremembering that moment, like, I ain't gonna lie, but I definitely do remember that he pretty much said, yo, fuck no. I'm not gonna be that person for you, and he just gets fucking kicked out. Like, okay.
To be that person because that would only feed into her fatalist mindset. Instead, he asks her to choose him of her own volition, not because a book told her to.
Most important
this
part,
scene is so powerful because when Beatrice accepts his hand, it means she's overcome the lie. Her worldview has changed, and she's now made her own meaning amidst the uncertainty.
Oh my God, from following a lie to making her own, like, pretty much, like, founding her, like, own destiny, bro. Just fucking peak writing. Yo, can somebody, like, check out Tape, bro? Yo, somebody check on Tape, bro, cause like the kitchen, like he be cooking too much, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like dead ass. Like somebody check on Tape, bro.
Some writers prefer to call the need the true emotional desire instead, because the character, deep down, may be conscious of it, but is stuck in denial. Despite claiming she only acts in accordance with the gospel, over and over again, she saves Subaru's life, even though no such instructions existed. She was making her own choices, and as he points out in their final confrontation, she always waited by the door. Deep down, she desired this outcome.
It's just the fact that like Subaru fucking just read her like a book. No pun intended. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, no pun intended. Like he just fucking read her like a fucking book, man. Oh, dude, that episode, bro. That episode was so powerful, bro. Oh my god, that episode was so powerful, man.
The season finale is great at demonstrating Beatrice's change. While previously she would always end up literally pushing Subaru away, this episode shows them working side by side, her hand tightly gripping his.
Oh, him go like the distance, bro. Y'all remember like the crazy distance they had, bro, and how she used to talk to him and like pretty much like treated him. And like seeing this right here, this moment right here, bro, it felt so rewarding. God, it just felt so rewarding, so satisfying, man. It's just adorable, bro. Like, oh my god.
In some of the very last scenes, rather than self-isolating in the library, she's out in the mansion socializing with the others.
Yeah.
This is the new normal for Beatrice. Next, let's go over Amelia's arc, which should please that one guy who keeps commenting about Mommy Amelia under all of my videos.
Based. Yo. Based. This base motherfucker. Who is this, bro? Yo. What's his name? Yawn all over, bro. Yo, you base as hell, bro. You real as fuck, bro. Yo, Deadeye, you know what? I respect it. Hell yeah, bro. Mommy Amelia is right, man.
Keep going, please. Every comment helps. The lie Amelia believes is that she's inadequate on her own, unable to deliver on what's expected of her, and instead requires others to carry her. Yeah. Puck filled that role of a caregiver for most of her life.
This fucking... This guy. This guy. This fucking guy, man. Going for the milk, bro. This just goes for the milk every single time, man. Goes for...
Is that she's inadequate on her own, unable to deliver on what's expected of her, and instead requires others to carry her. Puck filled that role of a caregiver for most of her life, protecting her and shielding her from the outside world.
Yep.
Now, Subaru is essentially trying to do the same thing. The first half of the season showcases her inability to face the trial, with others stepping in because they don't have faith in her. We get to see Amelia's dependency pushed to its absolute furthest when Subaru returns to find her completely mind-broken. I never stopped believing that you'd come to me, that if I did my best to fulfill my task, you'd come save me. That's what you've always done, after all. Her ghost is what happened to her a century ago in Elior Forest, when she witnessed the deaths of those close to her, causing her to lose control of her emotions and freeze everyone in the area, including herself. The result of which is that her childhood was taken away from her. Amelia's been sheltered from it. The traumatic part of her past has literally been sealed off from her. I left all the bad things in Puck's hands so I could forget them. That means she's never been able to process what happened and grow from it. She was frozen, not just literally, but metaphorically too. We saw that same visual metaphor used for Subaru in Arc 3 to show how he was stuck in his ways.
I forgot he mentioned this shit. Like, it's just so much deeper than just being physically frozen, bro. It's so much more than just being physically frozen, bro.
What Amelia wants is, of course, to pass the trials, freeing the people stuck there. But on a larger level, she wants to prove her worth. However, the problem with this is it's still rooted in external validation. Most of her life is rooted in others' perceptions of her. She's continually discussed along with the Witch of Envy as if they're the same, or made to feel culpable in the witch cult's actions. When Ferris blames her for the cult's attack, she doesn't have a rebuttal, instead saying, maybe it really is my fault. No one seems to accept Amelia as she is, as just Amelia, because, well, who is she? Even she doesn't know. That's what Amelia really needs.
Oof, that line, oh man, this fucking line right here, bro.
Accept Amelia as she is, as just Amelia, because, well, who is she? Even she doesn't know. That's what Amelia really needs, to find herself. She needs to process her past and grow from it. Echidna's trials provide that opportunity. When Amelia says her name and declares herself the frozen witch, it's a big shift from being defined by others to defining herself.
Defining herself, and guess what she does? Guess what she does, man? The fucking pose. Took after the gum, man.
Of course, this doesn't mean being influenced by others is bad. When she makes that declaration, she's doing Subaru's pose.
Yeah.
He clearly inspired her.
Exactly. Taking inspiration isn't bad, bro. And she showed it right here, bro. She showed it right here with the pose, man.
Instead of him or Puck doing things for her, all she needed was support.
Exactly, support. She takes inspiration. She just needs that pillar of support, but she'll take care of it. But it's okay to just like pretty much have those people by your side, right? And, you know, be inspired by them. But she pretty much proved right here that she was able to overcome everything, not fully by herself, but with the support of others. And that's the most important thing, bro. The connections, right? The friendships, bro. The love of the family, bro. That's the most important part, man.
He's doing Subaru's pose. He clearly inspired her. Instead of him or Puck doing things for her, all she needed was support. Don't spoil me, just believe in me.
Exactly, yeah.
There's some great imagery in the second trial of her looking at herself in the water's reflection. It gives the impression that this is the first time in her life she's truly seeing herself, which really makes the point of her arc as clear as it can be.
Yes, this entire scene right here, dude. Bro, this scene right here was so fucking impactful, bro. Like, bro. It goes so fucking deep, bro. Like, it's crazy. Just her looking at herself right here in the reflection, bro. Like, what he just said, what Dan just said here, and also the fact that, like, I'm pretty sure the lore reason is that she didn't like looking at herself because she looked like the Witch of Envy, right? You know? Is that right? If I remember correctly, like, she just hated looking at herself in the reflections, like, as well. Like, it's...
She's able to withstand the third trial despite all the possible disastrous futures because there are only possibilities. Like Beatrice choosing her own future, Amelia is embracing the uncertainty of life. Now she's able to stand up to Roswaal with newfound confidence when he tries to tell her who she is. And when he loses his resolve, we get a nice inverse of their usual dynamic as she's the one with unwavering resolve.
Yeah.
In an earlier scene with the Arlem villagers, Amelia has to earn their trust and she says she isn't worthy. Now they all rally behind her and she confidently asserts that she can do her very best. Back in Arc 3, she stood there while Subaru trampled on her will and declared himself her knight. At the knighting ceremony at the end of Arc 4, she's the one in command and speaking for herself.
The fucking difference, dude. In this character growth, like, it just like elevated, bro. Y'all don't realize how much season 2 did for her, bro. No, y'all definitely do, but you know what I mean. What I'm trying to say is, like, at least for me, season 1. In season 1, I knew that Amelia is what the story is all about. See what I did there? And now season 1, I obviously realized, right? I obviously realized that she is like the main girl, right? Like Subaru and Amelia. This is like endgame, right? This endgame shit right here. But season 1 wasn't really mainly focused like on her like character development, right? In her past. So I couldn't really get to that level of attachment and care for her character, right? And like really like accept like, okay, she's endgame, bro. Yeah, peak character. The development is crazy, right? Season 2 literally did everything I asked for, bro. Literally like changed my entire perspective. It's fucking insane. Like the level of depth, bro, that they gave to her character, and now it's just like it's different. I think she's like S tier, like up there. Like her character is so fucking good, bro.
These points of comparison really hit home just how much she's developed.
Yeah.
Finally, let's move over to Subaru himself, which I know you've been patiently waiting for. The lie that Subaru believes is that his life is worth less than others. The arc sets this up almost immediately when he discovers Rem's name has been erased, and without much hesitation at all, he offs himself for the possibility of saving her.
Bro, Subaru. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, Subaru character analysis, bro. I don't know what it is, bro. Do y'all feel the same way? Like, just hearing character analysis on Subaru, bro, it's just like a different level of like, I don't know. I just feel so hyped because like his character is so good, y'all. I love his character so much. It just has so many fucking layers. The amount of themes, bro. Like he has so many fucking meanings, bro. Like the analysis of Subaru goes so fucking deep. You could talk about his character for hours, bro. It's just like, wow, man.
Her. Subaru believes that he's only worth something from his deaths, and when Return by Death can't resolve the issue, he feels entirely useless.
Yeah.
As he succinctly states, "There's nothing I can use but my own life." He's so consumed by this lie that he's flabbergasted at the idea that someone else would risk their life for him, even though that's exactly what he does for others. So, what's the ghost, the origin of that thought process? It stems from his childhood insecurities.
Yep.
The high expectations of living up to his father, his degrading performance at school, and losing the friends that kept him the center of attention resulted in an inferiority complex. That, in combination with his use of Return by Death in the previous arcs, where he was able to successfully resolve crises by dying, was the dangerous recipe needed to form his terrible mindset.
Yeah.
What Subaru wants is to be a dependable person, a hero for Amelia and his friends. To him, that means making everyone else's problems disappear by taking them on himself. He declares, "I'm the only one that needs to know hell. That's what I'm here for." He begins to treat loops as means and not ends, throwing his life away to gain information that can help him end the conflict at the Sanctuary. Throughout the first half of the season, we see his willingness to sacrifice himself time and time again. While most of the deaths in the previous season were out of his control, here in this season, he tries to end his own life a considerable amount of times.
Dude, yes, like, pointing it out like this, bro. The difference in the deaths this season, huh? The deaths this season and the way that he like did them. Like season 1. Wait, how many times? Wait, I'm trying to think. In season 1, is the only death where he killed himself the one where he jumped off the cliff? Is there another one? Did I misremember, guys? That's the only one, right? Like I'm pretty sure every other death was like out of his fucking control. Like that is fucking the difference from season 1 and 2 is crazy because in season 2 there's so many, bro. There's like so many instances where he like proceeds to just like do it himself, or like even try, right? Because sometimes, for example, the one where he bit his tongue here and tried to like choke himself here. Obviously, it didn't happen, but he tried it. Which is actually even
time again.
Wait, now that I think of it, it's actually even worse because like in the Witch's Tea Party you can't die. So the fact that he was willing to actually like die there is crazy, no? Oh my god.
While most of the deaths in the previous season were out of his control, here in this season he tries to end his own life a considerable amount of times. He also undergoes the trials in lieu of Amelia. At first he wanted her to do it, understanding that it's important for her sake. But when he realizes just how much it's psychologically tormenting her, he wants to take it over and do it himself.
Yeah.
Even though sacrificing yourself or protecting others is a noble goal and might sound selfless, here it's not. It's egocentric.
How the fuck? It's great. Something that should sound selfless, right? And for the care of other people, bro, sounds egocentric, like all for him. That is wild, bro. What a crazy thing, huh? sacrificing yourself for others, but in this case, it's like it's because of his ego and his way of thinking, his line of thinking, and everything he's pretty much gone through to this point, like the mix of his childhood and his lack of value for his own life.
It effectively, even though sacrificing yourself or protecting others is a noble goal and might sound selfless, here it's not. It's egocentric. It effectively centers everyone around him and removes their own agency and input. Like Minerva tells him, deciding you're the only one who needs to suffer is cowardly. So what Subaru needs is simple. He needs to love himself more, in the words of Satella. He needs to accept that his life does have value.
Yo, W, can we just say, like, W Minerva, W witches? W Minerva, W Satella, every witch here? Like, what is that? Like, I'm still like, that's still, okay, I'm sorry, but that's still such a, like, a detail that blows my fucking mind, bro. W freaking witches, bro, for lifting my goat back up, bro, and, like, pretty much changing his freaking way of thinking, like, yo, value your own life, bro. That's crazy.
His life does have value. That's the realization he comes to. If I might have any value to them beyond my own death, I'm going to look for it. Echidna's second trial shows him how his past loops would continue after his deaths. It's horrifying, but by seeing how his deaths affect others, he's able to understand that the people he loves love him too.
Which is an amazing... Yeah, I guess the second trial really just opened his eyes in that manner, huh? Like, he... Now that he sees that perspective of, like, if it's possible that, like, if I die, the loops continue and everyone else suffers because of me, that'll change his entire perspective on ending himself and the entire, like, you know, value of life stuff, bro. Like, that, just seeing the second trial alone will fucking change him, like, will change everything, bro.
He puts this lesson into practice, achieving success by trusting and relying on others instead of self-sacrificing. Even if it took a good walloping from Otto to wake him up to this. The fact that he doesn't die at all in the latter half of the season is another way it conveys his growth.
Dude, he didn't die a single fucking... My goat didn't die a single time in part 2, bro. Part 2, season 2, he didn't die a single time. The difference, the character development, the growth. Not a single death, bro. That is fucking insane, man.
Just like with Beatrice and Amelia, we're back to this idea of uncertainty as well. Return by death provided certainty, but at a great cost. By rejecting it, he has to learn to move forward without certainty, purely trusting in others and himself, despite not having the best outcome guaranteed. This is just such a wonderful direction for the character, and I'm so glad it's where this arc went. It's a thoughtful rebuttal against the rather confusing argument that some had during the first season that Subaru should have used Return by Death more. His arc here is all about why that's such an insidious idea, besides the obvious reality of it being horrifying and painful that they somehow missed. In Arc 3, he embarrassingly proclaimed himself Amelia's knight due to his crippling insecurities, standing in front of her. Now, this arc ends with him triumphantly being knighted by Amelia, kneeling before her. A great comparison showing us just how much he's grown, from him at his worst to him at his best. There's such a strong sense of completion and finality, not just for him, but for all the characters. Even Garfield, who serves as an antagonist for a good chunk of the season, gets to confront his ghost, to overcome the lie he believed, and become a better person. We get to see everyone go on a journey of self-acceptance and self-discovery in the face of uncertainty, which makes the whole story incredibly moving. I'm tearing up just thinking about it, man.
Yo, he got me a little more sugar, a little like, yo, I love this show so much. God damn. Yo, the way he was saying this shit with the music in the background was hitting, man. Man, it's just, god damn.
Of self-acceptance and self-discovery in the face of uncertainty, which makes the whole story incredibly moving. I'm tearing up just thinking about it, man. Conclusion. ReZero's second season might not be the series at its flashiest, but it hands down has the most unforgettable character writing.
Mm-hmm.
The characters all have distinct voices, layers of depth, and they mirror Subaru and his struggles in so many interesting ways. The attention paid to the character development is what left the biggest impression on me. Their arcs are so perfectly designed to push them towards real, meaningful growth, and to tug on your heartstrings. On the subject of tugging on heartstrings, I just want to say that I'm extremely grateful for all the support I've gotten on these videos.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are so nice. It's honestly amazing that there's people waiting for these to come out.
Bro, you the GOAT, bro. This shit. W freaking damn, bro. This is like peak content. Like, these videos that he makes are so fucking good, bro. He's so well spoken. The way that he like uses like the outside like sources of like the authors and like the definitions and all that, and the way that he speaks and how like in depth he goes into like the character writing and the lore of ReZero, like the last 4 videos, like the arc 1 through 4 analysis have all been so fucking well done, man. Like, he deserves all the support and love, man. Like, this some good ass shit, bro.
I want to say that I'm extremely grateful for all the support I've gotten on these videos. You guys are so nice. It's honestly amazing that there's people waiting for these to come out. If you're wondering about a Season 3 video, well, I actually already made one a year ago, before I even started these arc-by-arc analysis videos.
Oh, yeah, I remember someone mentioning that he already had a, like, arc 5 video, right? So, like, I guess we'll just do that. That's crazy, though. Huh.
Because it's older, it's a little different. I hadn't established the format yet, so it's less about concrete writing information like these ones are. If I were to rebrand it now to match these new ones, just think about it like a video dedicated to analyzing the themes. Even though I think I've grown a lot as a creator since then, I'm still really proud of the part about Regulus specifically. As for Season 4, I don't know if I'll keep the same format or try out something different. We'll see.
Right.
We all gotta open ourselves up to life's uncertainties, right?
I see what he did there. Y'all, okay. I like what he did there. We're gonna open ourselves to life's uncertainties. Okay. Yeah, man.
As for Season 4, I don't know if I'll keep the same format or try out something different. We'll see. We all gotta open ourselves up to life's uncertainties, right?
Peak.
For those of you that came just for ReZero, I hope you stick around and watch some of the other videos I'll be putting out too. But even if it's only ReZero you're here for, you'll see me again very soon. Live strong, okay?
Live strong, okay, man. What an amazing video. I knew this shit was gonna be so peak, bro. I knew. As soon as I saw this shit pop up on my recommended, and I saw that this man posted, I just knew this shit was gonna be so peak, bro. Holy peak video, bro. Like, I'll see if I check out the Arc 5 one. I think I will. It's gonna be, yeah, as he said, it's like older, so like it's not the same format. It's like a little different, but I'm down anyway. Fuck it, let's see. And obviously Arc 6. Arc 6 will be a very long time. We are not even done. We're not even close to done right now with Core 1. Okay, episode, as I'm recording this, episode 5 hasn't even come out, so we're not gonna see that video for a very long time. But once Arc 6 ends, I'm gonna go ahead and guess like he's probably gonna work on it, and I'll be there, bro. I am so fucking down to see what he has to say about Arc 6 as well. But yeah, man, that is gonna be it for today, bro. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so much, bro, for these videos, man. This is like some peak content. You do an amazing job. You're so well spoken, and the way you present your arguments and like the way you talk about ReZero is just amazing, bro. I absolutely love these videos, bro, man. Thank you so much, man. That is going to be it for today's video, man. Check out Dan. If you haven't, bro, subscribe to his channel, bro. He makes some amazing content, man. He's the go, bro. If y'all enjoyed and you new, subscribe, leave a like down below. If you want to check out my other ReZero stuff, check out the playlist right there, man. As always, have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys.